welcome back to my vlog. I believe it's time to talk about family. As many of you know, if you've been following my vlog, you know that I recently returned to Poland from Australia. And by recently, I mean just over 2 months ago. I came back to Poland in late January. And so it's been 2 months now of being back. This is like the hub of our family, and whoever lives apart, and many of us do, we tend to just kind of gather back here and to visit each other here in this area. So it just makes sense. My parents live here nearby, like literally 1.5 kilometers away from my place, from my new place here. So it's really easy and convenient to catch up with everybody and see my family on a regular basis, which is what I wanted. I've been away for such a long time now. 4 years in Ireland first, and then 14 years in Australia. So I've been literally away from my family for 18 years. Coming back, of course, but kind of every few months at first, and then it became every few years since being in Australia. So I've been really missing my family a lot. You'll see in some of my latest or last vlogs that I made when I was still in Australia, late last year and early this year, in January this year, you'll see that I was feeling very torn and very heartbroken about being so far away from my family. And I do feel really close to my family, both my closest family, and there is 8 of us, my parents and my 5 siblings. And there's also the extended family, the cousins, the aunts and uncles. There's all my siblings' partners as well. So there's like a lot of people here. And a lot of people that I call my family, that are my family, that are my tribe and my community here, and that we get together with, to celebrate things like Christmases and birthdays and weddings and all sorts of different occasions. But the question kind of on my mind is it all worth it? My life, like the quality of my life here in Poland is very different to the quality of life in Australia. And that's why I stayed in Australia for so long, 14 years of my life, which is a huge chunk of my life, because the quality of life there is just so amazing. And I love Australia so dearly, and a part of me like really just cannot wait to go back. I'm going back in September. And while living in Australia, I was coming across a lot of people, my friends and acquaintances, and many of them had families around them, which I never did because I'm the only one who ever ventured to Australia. So my family, my siblings or anybody from my family didn't follow me to Australia. So I was there effectively on my own, just making friends and building a life in Australia. And the rest of my family remained in Europe, mainly in Poland, but also a few other countries as well. And so often when in Australia, I would hear from my friends about how they're going to some kind of family gathering or a Sunday dinner or something, they're doing something with their families. And often they wouldn't be very happy about it. It would feel like a duty, like, I have to do this. Or worse still, they had a family around or locally, and they wouldn't even get together with them. Like, just the ties would be sort of broken, and they would just not hang out with their family at all. And while seeing all these people with their families, and better or worse kind of relationship with that family, I always really envied them just for that ability to live near their family and for their ability to just spend time with the family. Well, I wouldn't necessarily envy the ones that had this kind of broken or not very warm relationship with their families, but particularly the ones that could just go and spend time with their families, and hang out with the families on a regular basis and celebrate things together, or just be able to catch up for coffees, dinners, chats, etc., and have that kind of live connection with their family. Whereas here was I living in Australia, basically seeing my family over Zoom and occasionally once every few years coming over to spend some time in Europe. And so over time, I just really started to feel so disconnected and so like lonely, really, knowing that I have so many, sisters. I have a brother, my parents, uncles and aunts and cousins, and just so many people in the family. And I can't just hang out with them. Like, especially when I'm sitting at home feeling a bit lonely or disconnected or desiring that kind of connection, I can't just call my sister and be like, let's, come on over for a coffee, or I'll come over to yours and we'll do something, or oh, I want to go hiking, or I want to go see this show or something, would you like to come with me? I could never do any of that. And this has been becoming a source of kind of growing frustration in me. And so finally being here for the last 2 months and being able to do all of that, I must say I've been enjoying it. I've been really cherishing it. It's been so amazing to kind of swim in this energy of my family, because I've been literally seeing my family every single day. I was staying with my parents, to begin with. Then I went to the Netherlands for 2 weeks to spend some time with my sister. But then I came back here and moved out because I bought this apartment. But still, even after moving out, or since moving out, which happened about 3 weeks ago now, I still saw my family every single day. So within those last 3 weeks since I moved out, it's been a lot happening. Like the family time's been even more intense than normally, because my siblings have been arriving from all sorts of different places. So I've literally had at least one family catch up every single day. Like every single day I've been seeing my family, and it's been wonderful. Tiring. Now my siblings have left back to go back to their homes, so it's just the local family for now, so things are a bit calmer and quieter, and I'm hoping to just take a little break and rest and get to be lazy and do nothing and have me time, which is so important to me because I am very, very introverted. But it's been just so incredibly wonderful to have all this time with my family, one-on-one, like face-to-face or in groups, but like in real life, not over computer screen, not over Zoom, not over internet, just like really sitting together, having conversations, laughing together, singing together, playing board games together, going to places, going shopping together, sharing coffees and meals together. Just, so much fun. And it's been just the most nurturing feeling. I feel so nurtured. It's been 2 months of just feeling nurtured, and like I have this sort of image in my head of being just kind of like a plant that is being that is having all this fertilizer being poured into it, and it's just growing stronger and more vibrant and more loved, and just feeling just more and more amazing. Like that's how I've been feeling. So cared for, so loved, so like just held by my family. Both closer and extended family. And it definitely hasn't been without challenges. We've had some tears, we've had some conflict. Definitely, we've hurt each other. I've hurt my family, they've hurt my feelings, but we just keep choosing to talk things through and to communicate and to find ways to get back together as a family. And I think this is what's really, like, I'm really appreciating this about my family, is that we really want to hang out together. We really enjoy each other's company. And I feel so deeply appreciative of the fact that despite being away for so long, despite living in different countries and then even on the other side of the world for so many years, 18 years away from Poland, I still feel so connected to everybody. And I'm definitely not saying that my family is perfect. Oh my God, far from it. There is definitely issues and clashes and conflict of characters, of values, of beliefs, of ways that we see and perceive the world and what should happen and things, how things should be done, etc., etc. There's all of that. We really do not agree on many different things, but I feel like that's actually quite to be expected. First of all, from a large, from a big group of people where everybody is different, everybody's an individual. And also from a group of people that has been sort of spreading out and being kind of living different lives and with different influences. And, funny thing about family is that you cannot choose yours. You can choose your friends, but you cannot choose your family. You're born into it and then it kind of is there in your life. And I totally understand that some certain people just need to cut their family out or cut some people of their family out of their lives. Like, if that's necessary for you, I truly respect that. Like, some situations just call for it. But I guess it's a double-edged sword with this kind of situation where you cannot choose your family, because you cannot really separate from them that easily either. So when I'm upsetting someone in my family or somebody in my family is upsetting me, because we're such a close knit and loving and loving each other and enjoying each other kind of family, we kind of don't have a choice but to work it out, because we will keep bumping into each other. So whoever you've got conflict with, there's really no escaping that person, really. So you kind of have to work things out and be the bigger person, or learn to negotiate, or learn to compromise. So let me know, what is your relationship with your family? Like, is it alive? Like, are they in your life? Or did you choose to move away and cut them out of your life? Or like, how are you dealing with your family situation? My thoughts and impressions and feelings right now are very positive about this whole family business. And I really believe that even though I will still keep going back to Australia every year, I will be able to come back to Poland and to keep connecting with my family and keep nurturing them as much as I can, but also allowing them to nurture me, so that when I am on the other side of the world, when I am staying in Australia, it won't feel as disconnected or as lonely as I did before. But now I'm here for the next 5 to 6 months until I return to Australia in September. And I'm intending, like, my two priorities really for this time in Europe is to spend time with my family, to keep connecting and swimming in the juices of my family's love, warmth, affection, etc. And then the second priority is to go to just also the different countries in Europe that I miss or want to visit and want to explore more and have adventures in, that you'll be hearing about in my future vlogs. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And if this video encourages you to reach out to your family or to spend more time with your family, then that's awesome, and let me know about that below as well, because they are precious. They really, really